Hello, welcome back to Mountaineer News 2, the only channel for advice. And today, in honor of the Super Bowl, I decided to make a Super Bowl special by comparing an authentic Jerome Bettis Mitchell and Ness jersey to a counterfeit Jerome Bettis Mitchell and Ness jersey. And this may be a very easy video to talk about because there are some striking differences. Let's start out with the numbers and let's start out with the authentic. You can feel it authentic. It's an authentic. It's clean, it's organized, the stitching is great. This is probably one of the best stitching I got one time when I got the jersey. This is probably one of the best stitching I could have ever seen on a jersey. And this is coming from me, a Steelers fan who usually is very serious about its jerseys. So that's a good job. And going over to the counterfeit, feels like it's a paper. This doesn't feel like real material. It feels paper-like thing. It literally feels like a piece of paper sewn onto a jersey. And probably the most baffling thing about this counterfeit is this patch. You see, the Steelers, they only wore this patch for one game. And that was against the Cowboys in Super Bowl 10, and they never wore the patch again. So, why put it on a Jerome Bettis jersey in 1996? That makes no sense, and that pretty much gave it away that this was a counterfeit. And I don't own this jersey. This is one of my family members' jerseys, but yeah, it's still pretty bad. Now let's take a look at the Mitchell and Ness tag. You can tell right here, this is the official Mitchell and Ness tag. You got 1996, Jerome Bettis. You got the type, NFL Legacy. Little flip on right here. You got the NFL shield with the word throwbacks. And you can actually see great detail on the football player. And you can see the great stitching on the Mitchell and Ness logo. Over to the counterfeit, not really. This is literally just a sewn-on piece of fabric, and you can see really closely the bad stitching, the overall bad stitching of the jersey. If you go up, they got the throwbacks name right, but they got the wrong NFL shield. If you were to put the NFL shield, you need to put the old NFL shield on there. And also, you can see that there is a football player, but this doesn't feel like it's stitched, and more like it was screen printed onto this thing. And Authentics, the S right here in Authentics, looks more like an O. And they kind of botched the company's name too. That's not really good. Now let's go over to the tag up here. The Mitchell and Ness Legacy Collection tag. It's a size medium, 40, made in Vietnam. Most Mitchell and Ness jerseys are made in Vietnam. They're never really made in China. Only the more cheaper ones are made in China, like the other types, but this one is made in Vietnam, and I like it that way. This jersey no longer fits me because, well, I'm not a medium, I'm an XL, but you can still see the good quality, even in a smaller jersey. And over here, they completely botched this up too. The Mitchell and Ness tag looks completely paper. It's literally just a piece of paper. Just as this. This is also a piece of paper. And it says made in Korea. I highly doubt that. That's not made in Korea. No way whatsoever. This is definitely made in China. Now let's take a look at this bottom part, the NFL shield. Look at this. It's clean and organized. The thing I like about these Mitchell and Ness jerseys is that they always capture that moment. The moment and the era that it's in. And in 1996, the NFL started, I believe, wearing these NFL shields on the jersey. That's a great addition. because you're starting to see the NFL shield on these jerseys. And the quality of that NFL shield is great. But over on the counterfeit, it's just a blank thing. Like, there's no NFL shield on here whatsoever. Now, let's get to the sleeves. And the sleeves are probably the biggest difference, and you could obviously tell what's authentic and what's counterfeit. On the authentic, it's like it's screen printed on here. And you could just see the beautiful works. And it feels good on yourself and on your sleeve. Over on the counterfeit, this is probably the weirdest. It's stitched. This isn't screen printed like most jerseys. This is literally stitched. The easiest way you could tell what's a counterfeit Steelers jersey and what's an authentic is this thing stitched, then you know it's fake. Now, let's take a look on the inside of the jersey. On the inside of the Jerome Bettis jersey, when you take a look at this, it looks clean and organized, the stitching is great, and that stuff. But when you take a look inside the counterfeit, you could see right through the paper. Now, most counterfeits would usually have, like, something like paper sticking out, but the paper is literally the numbers. So they didn't really need to add more paper in the back. Now, let's get to the ultimate finale, the back of the jersey. Let's flip the back of the authentic and take a look at this. You got that crisp words Bettis. And that iconic 36 on the back that he made famous. You can see the great stitching again and the great craftsman. Now let's take a look on the counterfeit. Remember, this isn't my jersey, so I can't really tinker with it that much or ruin it or something. But you can see a major difference. All the words are clumped together. And I believe that these words were practically stitched onto each other. And you can see paper, numbers, again, and all that bogus. So yeah, that's the comparison between an authentic and counterfeit Mitchell and Ness Jerome Bettis jersey. Now let's take a look at the price. This costed over $200. This costed, I believe, only 15 bucks. This is not worth 15 bucks. No way whatsoever is this worth $15. This is worth $200. I mean, you do get what you're paid for, but there is no way that you're getting the value that you're getting with this Bettis jersey. One day, I hope when I meet Jerome Bettis, I hopefully can meet Jerome Bettis in my lifetime. I wish he could sign that jersey and rip that one up to shreds. Bettis, if you are watching this video, call me and destroy this counterfeit. Well, that's really it. I'm Mountaineer News 2, and I'll see you all next time and for my next video. Ciao.